Do you suffer from debilitating migraines? You know, that throbbing pain in the front or side of your head that's so severe you're unable to work or do anything other than retreat into a dark and quiet room? Have you had them for years and just haven't found a solution? Call Dr. Elizabeth Ebersol and put an end to your debilitating migraines forever, or go to her website at www.handmadehealth.com. That's www.handmadehealth.com.
Getting Matthews, Friday Night Glory at Wilkerson Grinds. And man, McKinney Lions coming here and punched their ticket to state with a big 58-37 win over Arlington Martin. Alex Anamekwe, wow. I mean, can you just talk a little bit about when you saw that final scoreboard go 0-0-0 when you knew you're going to state?
Just relief. You know, we've been waiting a long time for this, and it's just been a goal that we've wanted to accomplish since the beginning of the season. So it felt good for it to finally, come into fruition.
For you guys, you had a tough road getting here. A lot of people thought you were going to have the letdown after beating Richardson on Tuesday night. Defensively, you guys have been outstanding. Can you talk a little bit about extending that out in the second half and getting so many turnovers?
Well, I mean, at the beginning, we knew we were kind of jittery at first, and once we just took a deep breath and let our injuries sink in, and we got going, and we knew that defense was what was going to carry us, so we just locked into that. And
seemed like you came out with a mission in the third quarter, just to come out and just get after it, kind of put the team on your back there a little bit, got some putbacks. Can you talk about that energy you had after the halftime?
Again, energy. That's the thing we were lacking in the first half, so we knew we had to come out with it, and it started on defense, so that's where it came from.
Well, man, congratulations. The Lions headed to San Antonio. Tough bracket to get there, but they were able to do it. With the big win here tonight, Alex, appreciate you, man. Be good. Celebrate. Getting Matthews, Friday Night Glory, man, and boy, these McKinney Lions. Tough stretch to do it, but they punched their ticket to state here. Jacoby Walter, wow. I mean, you guys came out at halftime, extended that defense, got a lot of quick turnovers. Could you talk about that energy level you guys came out with?
We really owe it to the fans. They came really deep, our student section, and just the parents and old people that came from McKinney. They really gave us energy on the defensive end, and we had a thing in mind that we wanted 3 kills, and that's when we get a complete stop 3 times in a row, and that's what we did, and our defense just really turned into offense.
Do you think you guys, media, other people around, took you guys lightly? At the beginning of the playoffs, it was all the talk about Richardson, talking about Duncanville, not a whole lot of talk about McKinney making this kind of a big run. Do you use that to kind of fuel your fire a little bit?
Definitely fueled our fire, but Richardson and Duncanville are great teams, but I think that we're also great too, so I think we should have been in the conversation. So now we're just trying to prove everybody wrong that we're very, very good.
How tough is it to win last night like you did, and then to come around such a quick turnover to play a game like this that gets you to state?
It was really tough. We were all sore. We had some injuries yesterday, so we had a lot of recovery, a lot of treatment, and we came out today. We said we're just going to leave everything that we got on the court and get the win.
Did you get any sleep last night?
Definitely. As soon as we got back to the hotel, we went to sleep.
For you guys, it's been a long run. They've talked about your backcourt. Can you talk a little bit about how Alex stepped up big there in the third quarter, getting some putbacks, getting a couple threes there? Then your side pick, he got a couple big threes in that third quarter. You had guys had an explosion. Outscored them 20-3. In essence, that was where the game was won.
Love Alex, love Thatcher, our 2 bigs. They're really wings to us. My coach told me at the beginning of the game, he was like, don't worry, Alex is not going to let us lose this game. And Alex really showed that. He was a senior, so he doesn't want to go home. He gave everything he had, and I love him for sure.
Well, you guys still got a little more work to do, but for tonight, you need to enjoy this, man, because you put McKinney on your back over here, man. You got big notoriety for that. McKinney Lions here, and you guys now are off to San Antonio. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Jacoby Walter, big here, 20 points. It's the Lions advance to state championship. Getting Matthews, Friday Night Glory, and man, the McKinney Lions punched that ticket to state. Coach Watson, I mean, it was almost like 2 different halves for you guys, the energy level there. You only had 23 points going into half, but you're only down 2.
Right.
So, you had to feel good about that, and you missed some free throws there in the first half, too. So what was the talk at halftime that next thing you know, you outscored them 20-3 in the third quarter?
Yeah, third quarter was amazing. And really, the talk at halftime was pretty simple. Look, the things we're doing well, when we do them, are make them guard us a little bit longer. Don't settle for shots too early in the possession. Let's get downhill. Let's get some paint touches. Let's get some kickouts. Let's force them to have to guard some of that and guard a couple of ball reversals. And eventually we're going to get to the rim, or we're going to get a good, clean walk-in look from three. So it was like, hey, we got to do more of that in the second half. And then defensively, we played pretty good in the first half on that end of the floor. But it was just, look, what we challenged them with at halftime was we want to get 3 kills on the defensive end. We want to get 3 stops in a row, and we want to do it 3 times. And I think we probably exceeded that. I mean, it was fun, and I was telling the other guys over across the way that may be the best half of basketball I've witnessed from one of our teams since I've been here. And because of who we were playing, I mean, they're good. They're really good, and they're just so dang well coached, and they've bought into what they do, and they're difficult to guard. So for us, yeah, and they're scrappy. So for us to go out and guard as well as we did in the second half, it was unbelievable. Because I mean, as much as I believe in us, I don't know if I saw that coming, because I have so much respect for Martin. But anyway, I'm thrilled to death for our kids, for our parents, and I've said this multiple times, for our community. This is special, and I want this so bad for the community of McKinney. And I don't want to get emotional here, man, but I try to stay connected with some of those older guys. I mean, Kevin James, I see him. He works in the district with us. Dante Wilson, who is the head coach at Lake Ridge. Yeah, he and we text back and forth every now and then, and Dante knows how important this is to me to do this for them, and to do it for our entire community. So it's special. And I told those other guys, I've been here 22 years. This place has been really, really good to me. I've got incredible support from all of my bosses. The student body's been unbelievable. My kids have grown up here in McKinney, gone to McKinney schools. I met my wife here in McKinney, and I want this. I feel like I'm indebted to McKinney, so I want to do something good for McKinney. So anyway.
We'll always like when the good guys finish on top here, and you've always been a real good guy there. Let me talk. One last question to ask you is always. People say, well, why haven't you advanced? You always had to kind of go through that DISD bracket, to get far.
And I've said that multiple times. When we were in 5A, we had some really good teams, and it's like, you win your opening round game, and then you get Kimball, or you get Sock, or you get Lincoln, and then one year we were able to avoid them in the second round, and beat a really good Frisco Liberty team in the third round, and we get Lancaster, and they were unbelievable. So there was a few years there that we lost earlier in the playoffs to clearly the best team in the state. Right. And I've got a lot of respect for all those programs that I mentioned. They are unbelievable, but it's got
to be pretty rewarding now that finally. Barrel through that barrier now. That's basically what you've been doing for the last 2 decades.
And I'm going to tell you, these first 5 games were no joke. The teams teams we had to beat to get here. Capel, that's not your normal 3-seed team, and they had some injuries during district that kind of affected probably where they seeded, and then going from there, and you got to play South Grand Prairie, and Coach Bennett just does an unbelievable job with them, and.
Then Goliath.
And then those guys, and I can't tell you how much respect I have for Coach Lawson and his players. I mean, that was an unbelievable win, and I think that probably helped us. It probably helped settle us, in this game today, because look, we've been behind before. Sure. We kind of know the formula for digging our way back and getting it done, and that formula is real simple. Keep guarding, keep challenging every shot, don't give them more than one shot. And then on offense, value the basketball. Make good decisions, take good shots, because we're really talented players. And when talented players value the ball and get good possessions, you can win a lot of games.
Win a lot of good games when you got a great backcourt, too.
And let me tell you, with a really good backcourt, they can make a moron like me look really good.
Well, man, please enjoy for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Don't look at any film tonight. Don't look at any sets. Enjoy this one with your family, with your team, whatever you want to do, because you need to really appreciate these moments because we're never promised tomorrow, buddy.
You are 100% correct, and that is a promise. I'm not going to do any basketball for the rest of the day.
Coach Watson, congratulations, man. You wanted to give one, so I will see you down in state next week, man.
Appreciate all y'all
Congratulations,
do,
man. Thank you. And McKinney Lions with the big 58-36 win over Martin, and as they are off to state.